Of course, one of the great challenges of being parents is giving our children the individual attention they need. This is especially a challenge in a larger family, but it's always a challenge because regardless of the number of children with which we are blessed as parents, it's going to take a lot to give them the individual attention that they need. Indeed, even if we only have one child, because raising a child calls for that much. So I'd like to give a few reflections in the form of the need, the obstacles, and a plan. The need. This is just part of human nature. This is part of a design, an astounding design, an oh so demanding design of what the young need. And sure, we might say, well, it seems like they always need more than we're going to be able to give. That, I think, is a true statement. They will always, in some sense, need more than we as parents will be able to give them. We as parents are not tasked with doing everything they need. That doesn't change the fact that they need and deserve much from us. And especially part of seeing this need is recognizing the age in which we live, where there's so many depersonalizing factors, there's so many isolating factors, there's so many things at work in your children's lives that make them feel lonely, unseen. Do you remember being a child yourself? Do you remember experiencing certain things where your parents had no idea that you had deep needs and you didn't say a word? It takes a lot on the part of a parent to recognize there'll always be some things that are missed, but especially in an age with these extra challenges, especially in an age of so little community out there and around us that might have made up for lacks on our part as parents. It just heightens this sense of they need individualized attention. They need to be noticed for who they are and how they're doing consistently. That's a big need. The obstacles. I think the biggest obstacles is the fact, it's kind of the combination of it's easy for parents to miss this anyway. Then we tend to be so busy that we miss it. It's kind of an instance of that proverbial thing, you know, how the parents with the children are grown and they say, when they see parents with younger children, they say, don't miss it. Take advantage of it now. There's so much to that. And here I want to focus us on not take advantage of it in the sense of, well, you're going to not have this fun later on. Take advantage of it in the sense of they need you now. They need certain things now that they won't need from you later. And to some extent, you wouldn't be able to give them later anyway. So we have this obstacle that's in a sense in us. It's a mental block. Let's break through that mental block and start making a difference, which brings us to the plan. Well, pretty straightforwardly, the good news is it's a great place to begin. It's just be intentional. Be intentional and say, we're going to prioritize in a whole new way. We're going to tune in to the individualized needs our children have. And in being intentional, we're going to give that some teeth. So I'm going to make a couple of suggestions how to give it some teeth. First of all, simple things like the daily check-in / the weekly check-in. There's just different things that on a daily level we do, maybe other things that's more on a weekly level we do. I mean, there's so much that might be done here. We can't go into all the details. Quick suggestion. Just kind of a daily running through our minds, the child or children that we have in the sense of, how's he doing today? What's she experiencing today? Might there be a special need that I should be aware of? It's a mental habit of noticing and of asking the question and of ourselves. Maybe that takes the form of even asking a question, maybe with a certain finesse. The child doesn't necessarily feel like his parent saying, "How are you doing?" But that you make a contact in such a way that if the child is experiencing something, it's a context where that will come, an opportunity where that will come out. Here's another way of kind of giving it teeth. Put certain special things on the calendar. Maybe it's once a season, maybe it's once a year that we take this particular child and do this particular thing. Get all types of things to think about. Is it special lunch? Is it daddy lunch? Is it mommy lunch? Is it an overnight camping? Maybe just an overnight in the backyard. Special thing with just this one. This isn't to take away from. Of course, we're doing lots of great things with them as a group, which is very important, but there's nothing like, remember, there's nothing like when you get that special opportunity with mom or with dad. My last suggestion in giving it teeth is this is going to take spousal coordination. Let's work together on this and say, for instance, I as dad need to make sure that my grand ideas about taking this child out isn't unnecessarily difficult on my wife, who then, if we are blessed with a number of children, then has to take care of the other children without me. We need to make it a two-person approach here. Let's think it through, and maybe it's my making the effort to say, dear you, now make sure, are you getting this opportunity? Are you getting that opportunity? Simple ways we can give teeth to this intention to really notice our children. And gosh, what fruits it will have, what a difference it will make, what a foundation it will give our children that they'll take with them everywhere they go.